Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Jacob Fatu reacts to WWE veteran's emotional tweet remembering Roman Reigns' late brother. Hurricane Helms, aka Gregory Helms, currently works for WWE as a backstage producer. Back in the day, he did well for himself as a mid-card act. He teamed up with Rosie on the main roster between 2003 and 2006. Helms recently shared a post on X/Twitter, mentioning that he missed Rosie. The tweet received a response from none other than Jacob Fatu of the Bloodline. Roman Reigns was incredibly close to his brother, and his sudden passing broke him from within. Shortly after Rosie's passing, WWE conducted an interview with Reigns and published it on its website. Here's what the OTC said about the untimely death of his brother. Right now, it's one of those situations where it's a lot of mixed feelings. When you live in a big family, it's always great to be able to come together, but to have to come together to send off a brother. And not only was he my brother, but in our family, even when you're cousins, we're all so close that we feel like brothers. That's the type of connection we have in our family. It was an extremely sad weekend, and it's still really tough. Everybody's grieving. But to see our family come together and have 100+ family and friends come together to celebrate my brother's life really meant a lot. It just continually picks up our family and keeps us moving on. H/T WWE. Roman Reigns has worked incredibly hard over the years and is now arguably the biggest superstar in all of WWE. His late brother would have been proud of his accomplishments in the world of pro wrestling. The wrestling world has long been a family-centric space where shared histories, bloodlines, and legacies are passed from generation to generation. Few families embody this more than the Anoa'i dynasty, a legendary lineage that has produced some of the most iconic figures in wrestling history. Among them is Roman Reigns, the current tribal chief of WWE, and his late brother Matthew Anoa'i, better known to WWE fans as Rosie. Recently, a WWE veteran shared an emotional tweet honoring Rosie's memory, touching on his contributions to wrestling and his larger-than-life personality. The heartfelt tribute struck a chord with Jacob Fatu, a prominent member of the Anoa'i family and a rising star in Major League Wrestling, MLW. Fatu's reaction encapsulated the deep bond shared within the family and highlighted the enduring impact of Rosie's legacy. Matthew Anoa'i, or Rosie, was an integral part of WWE in the early 2000s. Debuting as part of the villainous tag team 3-Minute Warning alongside Jamal, later known as Umaga, Rosie's athleticism and charisma made him a standout performer. He later transitioned into a fan-favorite role as the Hurricane's sidekick, portraying a superhero in training, Shai-T, a gimmick that endeared him to audiences. Despite his jovial on-screen persona, Rosie was a serious competitor and a beloved figure behind the scenes. Known for his warm demeanor and dedication to the craft, he was deeply respected by his peers. Tragically, Rosie passed away in 2017 at the age of 47, leaving behind a legacy of laughter, loyalty, and love. The WWE veteran's tweet, posted on what would have been Rosie's birthday, painted a vivid picture of the late superstar's impact. It read, "I'll never forget Rosie's laughter. It could light up the darkest room. He wasn't just a tag team partner, he was family. Wrestling lost a gem too soon. Rest in power, brother. We miss you every day." This message, raw with emotion, quickly gained traction among fans and wrestlers alike. It served as a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring bond shared by those who step into the ring together. Jacob Fatu, known as the Samoan Werewolf and a dominant force in NLW, took to social media to respond to the heartfelt tribute. In a post that resonated deeply with fans, Fatu wrote, "Big Uso was more than just my uncle. He was a legend in every way. He showed us how to carry ourselves with pride and love, even in tough times. His memory pushes us to be better, to honor the Anoa'i name every time we step into that ring." Fatu's response shed light on the family's collective efforts to uphold Rosie's legacy. While Roman Reigns has become the face of WWE, Jacob Fatu has been carving out his own path, bringing pride to the Anoa'i dynasty on a different stage. The Anoa'i family's influence on professional wrestling cannot be overstated. From Peter Maivia and Afa and Saika, the Wild Samoans, to The Rock, Yokozuna, and now Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu, the dynasty has produced champions and trailblazers across generations. Rosie's untimely passing in 2017 was a devastating blow to the family, but it also strengthened their resolve to honor his memory through their work. Roman Reigns often speaks about the importance of family in his on-screen persona as the tribal chief, and this sentiment is echoed by other members of the dynasty. Jacob Fatu, who wrestles with a ferocity reminiscent of his late uncle Umaga, carries the family's fighting spirit into every match. His reaction to the WWE veteran's tweet reflects not just his personal grief, but also his pride in being part of a legacy that stretches far beyond the ring. Roman Reigns has often spoken about the profound impact his brother had on his life and career. As the older sibling, Rosie served as a mentor and a role model for Reigns during his early days in wrestling. In an interview after Rosie's passing, Reigns said, "My brother taught me how to handle myself in this business. He was my biggest supporter, my biggest critic, and the guy I could always lean on. Losing him was one of the hardest things I've ever faced, but I carry him with me every day." Reigns' transformation into the tribal chief can, in some ways, be seen as a tribute to the lessons he learned from Rosie. His emphasis on family loyalty and the weight of leadership reflects the values instilled in him by his brother. As one of the newer faces of the Anoa'i dynasty, Jacob Fatu has embraced the responsibility of carrying his family's name into the future. Known for his high-flying ability and brutal power, Fatu has become a standout performer in MLW, holding the MLW World Heavyweight Championship for a record-setting 819 days. Fatu's reaction to the tribute for Rosie reveals the deep sense of family that drives him. It's not just about winning titles or delivering memorable matches. It's about honoring those who came before and setting an example for those who will follow. The WWE veteran's tweet and Jacob Fatu's heartfelt reaction sparked an outpouring of love and memories from fans and wrestlers alike. Social media was flooded with stories about Rosie's kindness, his humor, and his impact on the lives of those he worked with. One fan wrote, "Rosie was the kind of wrestler who made you smile just by being himself. He wasn't just a performer, he was a presence. Seeing the Anoa'i family carry his spirit forward is beautiful." Another wrestler who trained with Rosie early in their career tweeted, "Rosie didn't just teach me wrestling moves. He taught me how to respect this business and the people in it. Forever grateful to him." In wrestling, the legacies of those who have passed on are often woven into the stories and characters we see on screen. Whether it's through Roman Reigns' dominance as the tribal chief or Jacob Fatu's relentless pursuit of greatness, Rosie's influence continues to be felt. Fans have speculated about the possibility of a tribute match or segment in WWE or MLW to honor Rosie's memory. While no official plans have been announced, the idea has been met with widespread support. Jacob Fatu's reaction to the WWE veteran's tweets serves as a poignant reminder of the enduring power of family and legacy in professional wrestling. Rosie may no longer be with us, but his influence is evident in the lives and careers of those he touched. As Roman Reigns dominates WWE as the tribal chief and Jacob Fatu carves his path as a fearsome competitor in MLW, the Anoa'i dynasty continues to thrive. Together, they honor Rosie's memory by carrying his lessons, his spirit, and his love for the business into every match, every promo, and every moment. Rosie's laughter may no longer fill the locker rooms, but his legacy resonates in the hearts of those who knew him, loved him, and continue to tell his story. For fans and family alike, his memory remains a shining light in the world of wrestling.